you where the fish are.
Careful! Get in there!
Ooh,
that's a nice fish.
Yeah, man. Bam.
Woo!
Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer with Pautzke Outdoors. We're out here today in Valdez, Alaska. We're going to cruise through Prince William Sound, and then we're going to head out into the Gulf of Alaska and do a little halibut fishing with Valdez Outfitters. Now, we've tried to do this 3 years in a row. Unfortunately, Mother Nature has not cooperated in the past, but they're giving us a brief window to get out into the Gulf. What we're going to do is grab some herring, soak it in Pautzke Halibut and Rockfish Nectar, and see if we can break that 100-pound mark today out here in Alaska, and one of the last places available to catch awesome halibut. Let's see how we do.
Give it a little time.
Can you,
wow, he's not giving it up at all, huh? All right, you should probably reel that one up. Dave or Mark or someone.
I'll reel it up. This one up too.
Well, he was running this. He wanted to go to deep water, so if he's going to go anywhere, he's going to go that way. Feel good?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Now we're good.
That's a hammer.
Are there bait on those ones? Hammer guy.
The hammer guy.
Is it close? But you can't tell.
Right there. All right, you ready?
Oh yeah, not bad. We'll take it.
Keep it though. Here in Valdez, the halibut fishery is still one of the only places in the entire state where you can actually catch 2 fish. We don't have a wacky slot limit. It's 2 halibut a day. Only one can be 28 inches, but you can still catch a nice fish and get a second smaller fish. And as far as I know, there's nowhere else in the entire state where you can keep 2 halibut. I know southeast it's 1 fish and they have a really crazy slot limit. So the 2 fish is still something we appreciate having. So what we fish with basically is basic halibut rig. Everything we use is Shimano rods, Shimano reels, Power Pro line. This is 150-pound braid. We got our big swivel hooks, which are nice. Swivel, not hooks. What are they?
Barrels.
Barrel swivels. Not a hook. And then these are typically all the rigs. We hand make all our own rigs. This is like 600-pound mono, essentially. All different kind of circle hooks, 14, 16s, 20, it all depends what you want to do. Cod weights, 2-pound cod weight, up to 3, 4, 5-pound. We have 4-pounders, like I said before. If the tide's gnarly, you might have to use a bigger weight to hold the bottom. But fishing shallower, we don't have the huge tides you do like other places. I know guys say they use 8, 10 pounds and 400 feet. That's not us. 2 pounds, 100 feet of water. Definitely have halibut nectar all over the place. We use that. Circle hooks with the piece of herring. This sits down on the bottom. Usually bring it up off the bottom. A couple cranks. You hit the bottom, crank it up a couple. That way it's twisting in the tide, getting that scent out there, looking like something they actually want to eat. And the other way we fish a lot is the jig, lead heads, grub tails. We'll tip that with some of the herring soaked in the halibut nectar. And big halibut love these grubs. So we usually put a couple rods down with bait. That gets the scent out there. I have a guy or 2 in the back jigging in the tide. A quality halibut, in my mind, is a 100-pounder. Everybody wants that 100-pound fish. You know, that's the mark you try to get. And it doesn't happen every day. It doesn't. You know, the average size fish caught in Alaska is 17 pounds or 20 pounds, whatever it is. But, you know, if you catch a 100-pound fish, you know it. You know, that's what everyone's shooting for. And sure, we want to catch them every day, but it doesn't happen. But you still, if you put 30, 40 pounds of meat in the boat at $20 a pound, you know, you paid for your trip.
And who said put the piece of bait on it? Remember? Right when I said put the piece of bait on it, put it on there and boom. Yeah. We chipped it with a halibut nectar. Not gaining any line now.
Yeah, man. All right, now listen to what I say. Go easy. One more crank. Lift up. Pump down.
Holy crap!
Down. Now come up.
Yes!
Ready? I'm going to stick him and he's going to run. You hold on to him. Hold on to him. Let him run.
Oh.
Let him run. Woo! Watch that run. Grab that rod. Walk him back here.
Kyle,
Okay.
Kyle!
Ah.
Whoa! Whoa!
He's on the harpoon. He spit the jig. He's on the harpoon.
Woo!
Ah. Woo! Give me that run, son. Now it's a party. So, here's our bait, and this is what we do. It's still a little frozen, but this is all marinated in the Pautzke Halibut Rockfish Nectar. It's frozen, but what we try to do is at least put a fresh batch in there every night and let it marinate overnight. And that's the stuff we use every day, whether we cut it in half or whole pieces, depending, but there's no real trick to it, man. It's a hoochie, a circle hook, and stinky piece of bait. Halibut are more aggressive than people think. I know back east you used to fluke fish and you'd have to be moving to catch a fluke. Like you'd have to go to them. Halibut's totally different. They will come to you. It might take a while, but when that scent gets in there, the same thing, you play the tide and that scent gets on there and gets a trail going and gets moving. And I think any way you can get more bait or scent down there is only gonna help you. It'll be a positive, but it's not gonna hurt in any way.
Today's adventure with Pautzke Outdoors began in Valdez, Alaska. We started in Valdez Harbor, cruised through the Valdez Arm, and got into Prince William Sound before heading out into the Gulf of Alaska. Now things started out really nice. We had a bluebird day, absolutely beautiful. Started cruising through Prince William Sound and ran into about, 3 or 4 dozen orcas. But as soon as we got into the Gulf of Alaska, the weather changed a little bit. Things got rough, but then the halibut bite really picked up and we were able to catch some really nice halibut today, get into some nice rockfish, and then get into some really nice lingcod to be able to complete another wonderful episode of Pautzke Outdoors.